All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome into today's edition of In the Game. I am your host, Hustle, and as always, we're going to be diving into the markets. We're going to be diving into the biggest narrative that we spoke about yesterday. I said this is going to eventually become a recession-proof industry. We looked at all the adoption that's happened so far, and little did we see 24 hours later there being a massive announcement as Unity, one of the biggest giants in gaming, is collaborating with 11 Web3 projects. We'll talk about the expansion and the kind of the links that their partnership does go with these different projects, which projects could benefit from this, which tokens are already seeing movement, and why really above else. This is just yet another step to mass adoption in the Web3 gaming industry. NFTs inside of video games are inevitable, and Unity sees that, and we'll talk about that inside this edition. Like the video down below if you enjoy the content here on Banter and on In the Game, and subscribe for shows here every single day on Crypto Banter, as well as shout out to our sponsors here on In the Game. Bybit, one of the leading exchanges in all of crypto, where you can do all of your trading. Down below, you can sign up for a Bybit account. NordVPN, always navigate safely throughout crypto. Always protect your IP address and your location. Use a VPN, NordVPN down below, as well as SIDUS HEROES, our leading GameFi sponsor. AAA intergalactic experience. And like I say every time, the Zenna app is really, really fun. It's on mobile. It's on Android and iPhone. I would highly advise to check out the Zenna Battle Royale mobile game. Shout out to SIDUS HEROES. You can get more on all of our sponsors down below. But let's talk about the big news today. As this morning, we saw MetaMask kind of teasing with this video that, something's coming. And everyone immediately was like, this seems it's going to be... It seems like a game, right? It's like kind of a mysterious video, and the full announcement at this point wasn't really out, but they open up this door final in the video, and they see the MetaMask logo. It kind of like starts partying, and then it teases that you're bringing Web3 to your game, and Unity SDK now available on the Unity asset store for MetaMask. Now, this is massive. This is millions and millions of more users onboarding and potentially billions of users. And we'll talk about how it could be billions of users here in just a second. But we see MetaMask coming on board with Unity. We're seeing Unity's stock get a pretty good bounce from this Web3 announcement. It was, pretty good close today in the market. And here, let's go over the partnership. So the launch of the MetaMask SDK and the Unity Asset Store will allow developers to connect their games to the MetaMask wallet, enabling users to interact with Web3-enabled features within games themselves, a whole new level of gameplay. The industry of gaming is rapidly growing, and the Web3 gaming sector is attracting significant investment, with 1 million users connected to Web3 games across 48 blockchains. Across 48 blockchains daily. The potential for growth is huge. So you can buy, own, trade in-game assets, collectibles, and currencies. The listing in Unity will bring Web3 values to the gaming industry. So this is going to bring what could potentially be, let's look at the monthly active users, 2.8 billion monthly active users using Unity, and then we have 21 million monthly active wallets, monthly active users on MetaMask. So the adoption potential here is absolutely huge. And as we see here, MetaMask providing direct access to game devs on the Unity store. So just this is a plugin where games can now go to the blockchain by just plugging in this SDK, boom, right on the Unity asset store. And then you see here, is this a GameFi narrative coming back? And I think the GameFi narrative's never really left. It's just kind of building in the shadows. And every single time we've seen the bull kind of kick up or the momentum trend up in the market, crypto gaming tokens have led the charge every single time. I still think it's the most explosive industry in the future. And let's take a look at other projects that are kind of involved other than MetaMask, because I think MetaMask got the major attention here today. But it's just more than MetaMask. We're talking about 11 different projects across the space coming in with Unity on their Unity asset store to be able to plug right into these developers' games. It's fantastic for the adoption of this industry. They're partnering up with Solana, Aptos Labs, Altura, Tezos, Immutable X, Infura, Akon or ID, Algorand, Dapper Labs, which is an interesting one, MetaMask, Infura, Nefta, and Truffle. Now, these the program that Unity is brings together various trusted third-party SDKs, plugins, and editor applications. And the selected companies will work together with Unity that they are compatible with all Unity product releases going forward. And we also saw that Immutable is a verified solution with 1.5 million monthly users building games across 20 plus different platforms. Unity is one of the most popular game engines in the space, merging with the best of Web 2. The Unity SDK is how we will continue to lead gaming. And if we go check their actual most recent post, you can check out the listing in the Unity asset store right now. So this is pretty cool. Mass adoption is literally happening right before our eyes. Mass adoption is happening right before our eyes, guys. We're looking at the Immutable X plugin on the Unity Asset Store that's going to allow up to 2.8 billion monthly active users, developers, gamers to be able to utilize and plug in Web3 into their games. I think it's absolutely fantastic. And this is just going to push the industry forward even more. We're seeing really aggressive price action on Immutable X from this move, a 12% gain on the day off the news that they are partnering up and are on the Unity Asset Store. We're also seeing Altura. Altura gets on the list here for the Unity program with Web3 projects. And this is big because Altura is a great project and it has lost a lot of momentum since the bull market, but now it's up 20% over the last 24 hours because they are now a part of that Unity program to bring these Web3 and blockchain SDKs right to the Unity Asset Store. This is so massive. It seems like you would think Amazon's bigger in scope. It's like, yeah, but Amazon, they have Twitch, but there's no real Amazon gaming leg. Amazon sells video games, sure, but I think this is probably one of the biggest integrations that we've seen from a Web 2 gaming company. Unity bringing these massive Web 3 brands, these blockchains, these integrations, the wallets like MetaMask. This is going to bring more users into the space than I think anything we've ever seen before. And then a couple that aren't really moving from the narrative. Solana's one of the projects that is going to be working with Unity. They're not really moving at this point, and neither is Aptos. Now, Aptos obviously had a major run up, and I don't see that it's, I think it's going to cool off for quite a while. But when that crypto gaming narrative kicks back up, I would say that it's a pretty safe bet that a lot of these projects here working with Unity and getting that adoption, especially the top level, right? Solana, Aptos Labs, Altura, Immutable X, MetaMask. I think all of those are going to be huge benefactors from this going forward. If you're looking for projects to span off of this announcement and to kind of look out for, I would look for dips on any of those given projects. Like I said, Immutable and Altura have kind of ran, but Solana, Aptos, Tezos, these projects haven't really ran that much. So wait for the right times. And if you take advantage of this announcement, I would bet that a lot of these projects listed here are going to be big benefactors of this in the future once this actually plays out. And then in the chat, I see Sol needs it. I agree. This is huge for Solana. The fact that, Unity still has the conviction to actually work with Solana's blockchain. So it's, this is interesting to see. No, this is live. I just said it was dipping. I just said it was dipping. I said it's not moving well with this announcement. I said it's going down with the announcement. Aptos is Google or Microsoft, isn't it? 𝗏𝗏2. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I like Aptos in the future for sure. I think it's going to cool off from its narrative right now, however. Are these 10x? Are these 10x? Maybe Altura. I think Altura is still, I still think that the Altura, I think it has a lot of room to go. I think it's a small cap with a lot of room to run, but not necessarily. I wouldn't say these are all 10x tokens. No. This is absolutely massive. This is bringing almost 3 billion users to the space. I think this is the biggest announcement we've seen this year so far in Web3 gaming, to be honest. Sol still top most metrics, need to fix outages. I agree. If the network worked all the time, it is very fast. What's the news? MetaMask partnering up with Unity and Unity Asset Store bringing on projects like Immutable X, Altura, Solana, Aptos Labs, and more to immediately plug inside of these SDKs and on their or on their Unity Asset Stores to bring Web3 capabilities into the space. So that is the big announcement. And we're seeing Unity stock, really moving well with that announcement. And if we go take a look, like I said, So why Aptos? Aptos Labs is a part of the announcement. So, you know, the tokens that you could look at off of this, like I said, Solana, Aptos, Altura, Tezos, Immutable X, Algorand. I think eventually, obviously, there will be a mask token. I don't know with a big airdrop how that'll play out, but still. Hustle, give us a 20x, please. Well, it's going to take a long time for that to materialize. But I think WASDR or WAGMI Games has a good potential to do that next bull run. Thoughts on WASDR and 𝗏𝗏𝗀? I really like WASDR. I love the team and I love the product. 𝗏𝗏𝗀 need to do more research. I know that there had a massive community that's very bought in. Pulse Chain is the next 100x. You're probably not wrong, but it's just a matter of when. War Arena, I haven't seen much from them lately. Would need to do a refresh. I used to like what they were building. I just need to do a refresh on the project, to be honest. Yeah, there's not much going on in the markets, so we're not talking about the markets today. This was more of a breaking news with the MetaMask. This is 3 billion users coming into the space, guys. Like, we look at the amount of monthly actives, 21 million monthly active users on MetaMask. And then when you look at Unity, 2.8 billion monthly active users. This is the biggest announcement in Web3 gaming in the last, at least this year. And maybe who knows how long it's been since this is the biggest catalyst potentially, because now developers have click and play, click and plug in tools to be able to build Web3 games. This is going to be the biggest mover and shaker in the space, because now the indie dev who builds a Unity game that never gets played can actually put these blockchain capabilities in. And then now they're going to be able to build a community and a sentiment in an industry where the playing field is level. This is going to bring mass adoption. If you agree, let me know in the comment section down below your thoughts on these partnerships, which project you're most bullish on that Unity did partner with, as well as, you know, is this a major catalyst? Is this the biggest catalyst we've seen in crypto gaming? Let me know in the comments. Like the video if you're as bullish as me on this announcement, on MetaMask getting with Unity, Immutable, etc., and on the future of crypto gaming. And come back for more on the channel. Subscribe for shows here every single day on the channel. UT, the ticker of the Unity stock is just U. It is just U. That is the Unity stock. It performed very well today considering with this news. So that was good to see for Unity. And I think it probably is a good Web3 play now. There's now 11 blockchain projects underneath the Unity stock. So I'll answer one more. PYR Magic Gala High Street Wild, could these 20x? I would never tell you that a token is going to 20x. That is absolutely illogical, unresponsible, and irrational of me. So I would never tell you that. But at the same time, I think that portfolio stack gives you a great diverse overview of different ecosystems, different games, tons of different games. And then you're also on the back end getting some good metaverse exposure. Definitely a good stack. I love Ultra. I can't sit here and answer questions all day long, though, guys. We're going to keep it under 15 minutes and keep this more about the breaking news today. We'll be back tomorrow. We have 𝗏𝗏𝗏 Magic coming on the show. That's going to be a really great show. Just hear straight from the source how they're building things, how it's working with the Arbitrum network, the future of Magic and 𝗏𝗏𝗏. I think we're all excited to hear more. So we'll be back tomorrow with another show. As always, play well, my friends.